Hi everyone, today's headlines. Officials suspect hemorrhagic septicemia for death of buffaloes in Nagaland. Naga Mothers Association demands SIT probe into death of Mizo girl. Government of India and NSCN-K Nikki signed ceasefire agreement. 1 dead and 33 missing as boat sinks in Assam. KDCC ridiculous opposition-less government. Nagaland logs 50 fresh COVID-19 cases and 2 deaths. Aims to begin phase 2 trials of Bharat Biotech nasal vaccine. News in details. Officials suspect hemorrhagic septicemia for death of buffaloes in Nagaland. Director of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services Dr. Budhi Lama on Wednesday said the department is on the job regarding the report of sudden and unusual mortality of buffaloes from an unspecific disease at Kangjan village under Meluri subdivision in Peg district. It was informed that about 30 mortality cases have been reported. Lama told the news agency that the department has conducted a meeting regarding the outbreak as the official report was received only on Tuesday and a technical team had left for the site on September 7. Despite the challenging terrain, he said the team reached the spot on Wednesday morning. He informed that, according to report received from the ground zero, a preliminary investigation and treatment of the affected animals had been carried out and the cause will only be confirmed after laboratory test. Naga Mothers Association demands SIT probe into death of Mizoram girl. The Naga Mothers Association on Wednesday demanded a probe by the special investigation team into the mysterious death of a young Mizoram girl who was working at the army hospital at Zukovi on the outskirts of Dimapur. In a letter to the governor of Nagaland, the association demanded that an SIT be constituted at the earliest to seriously and impartially investigate into this sexual crime against a young army woman. The NMA stated that the letter of Dr. K. Panchunga, MLA from the deceased constituency of 33, Lungli in Mizoram, to the President of India gives credence that there is much more than the witness account of those arrested by the police in connection with the case. Citing the legislated letter, which stated that the victim had no history of drug abuse, contradicting the investigation results and statement of the suspect, the association asks why the police investigation depended on the statement of strong suspect to the death and the crime. We seek your intervention into this crime of violence against women in the state and to ensure justice for the unfortunate death of our daughter, read NMA letter to Nagaland Governor. Government of India and NSCN-K Nikki signed ceasefire agreement. In a significant development to the Naga peace process, the Government of India and the Nikki-led Nationalist Socialist Council of Nagaland K on Monday signed a ceasefire agreement in New Delhi. It came nearly 9 months after the NSCN-K Nikki decided to revive the ceasefire with the Government of India after abrogating it in 2015. According to the agreement, the ceasefire is for a period of 1 year with effect from September 8, 2021 to September 7, 2022 and will be subject to adherence to the ceasefire ground rules to be mutually agreed and signed by the two sides. The ceasefire ground rules will be subject to mutual review and amendment with the involvement of both the parties, it stated. 1 dead and 33 missing as boat sinks in Assam. At least 1 person died and 33 others went missing after a boat carrying over 120 passengers collided with a ferry steamer and sank in the Brahmaputra river near Nagaland in Jorhat district of Assam on Wednesday, officials said. 3 officials of the Inland Water Transport Department have been placed under suspension for alleged negligence of duty, while senior minister admitted that there were lapses and the guilty will be punished. The accident occurred when the private boat Ma Kamala was headed to Majuli from Nimadigarh and ferry Tripkai operated by the State Inland Water Transport Department was coming from the riverine island. The boat capsized and sank, an official of the IWT department said. According to IWT official, said more than 120 passengers were on the boat, but many of them were rescued by lifeguard on Tripkai. A woman died in hospital after she was rescued from the river, Assam State Disaster Management Authority Chief Executive Officer Gyanendra Tripathi told the PTI. KDCC ridiculous opposition-less government. The Kohima District Congress Committee expressed astonishment over the decision of the ruling People's Democratic Alliance government of Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party and BJP to option for an opposition-less government by taking on board the opposition Naga People's Front with the nomenclature Nagaland United Government on the pretext of Naga political solution. KDCC President KV Vizu claimed that an opposition-less government in Nagaland was the brainchild of NPF as it managed to lure 8 Congress MLAs in 2015 into the DAN government on the same excuse of strengthening the effort to find solution to the Naga political problem. It added that the political upheaval of the last opposition-less DAN government is still fresh as the functioning of the government was based either in Kaziranga or Sovima, thereby completely putting the state and its denizens in hysteria. KDCC reminded the repeated statement of the Government of India as well as the interlocutor and the Governor of Nagaland, Arun Ravi, that integration of Naga inhabitant areas is not possible, while also disagreeing to grant separate Naga flag in Constitution. It also expressed surprise to note that the present NDPP-led PDA government had constituted a parliamentary committee on Naga political issue, which has all the elected representatives of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly and the 2 MPs of the state as members with a core committee to take forward the issue. Nagaland logs 50 fresh COVID-19 cases and 2 deaths. Nagaland on Wednesday recorded 50 fresh COVID-19 cases and 2 deaths. Out of the fresh cases, 30 were from Dimapur, 6 in Kohima, 4 each in Mogochang and Pek, 2 each in Tunsang and Voka, and 1 each in Kifri and Zunabato, taking the total caseload to 30,485. Further, 2 more patients, 1 each in Dimapur and Kohima, succumbed to the infection, pushing the death toll to 634. Aims to begin Phase 2 trials of Bharat Biotech nasal vaccine. The All India Institute of Medical Science will begin the Phase 2 trials of Bharat Biotech nasal vaccine soon, sources said on Wednesday. The Hyderabad-based COVID-19 vaccine manufacturer intranasal vaccine received regulatory approval for Phase 2 trials in August. The adenoviral intranasal vaccine BBV154 is the first of its kind COVID-19 vaccine undergo human trials in India. Many countries are conducting research to develop nasal spray to help prevent COVID-19, amidst which sources told news agency ANI that the country's premier hospital and research center will be starting trials within a couple of weeks under Dr. Sanjay Rai, who will be the principal investigator. An application has been put to seek the mandatory permission of the AIIMS Ethics Committee. After the committee note, the second phase of the clinical trials will be conducted on volunteers who will be given the 2 doses of the vaccine with a gap of 4 weeks. That's all for now. To get the latest news, don't forget to subscribe this channel. Thank you.